guys, welcome to your fourth class of week 2. You are more than halfway done with being able to do any yoga class anywhere. Guys, I've got to be honest with you, at this point, if you are getting really anxious to go to a class, you're probably ready. So feel free to give it a try, but I am going to take you through to the very end of this journey. You guys are doing great so far, and we got a little ways to go though. Today, we're going to focus on the portion of class that comes after the body of work. So we've learned about very beginning, how we kind of warm up our spines, then we've learned how to flow through a vinyasa, moving through sun salutation A's, sun salutation B's. The last couple of classes, we've focused on our body of work. So some of those main standing postures, we've got crescent lunge, warrior 2, extended side angle, and triangle pose. From here on out, I'll probably introduce you to one additional standing posture just to kind of increase your repertoire. But those are really the basics, guys. You're gonna hit most standing postures or some sort of variation of one of those 4. Warrior 1, warrior 2, crescent lunge, and extended side angle, and triangle pose. So with no further ado, we're gonna go to the next portion. Traditionally, after the body of work, we will do something called balance. You guys have probably heard of balance before, right? Maybe your balance is great. Maybe you paddleboard and walk around on balance beams and all those things, but most commonly our balance kind of stinks, right? So if your balance sucks, it's okay. You can still do yoga, don't worry. That's another one of those things people tell me, oh, I can't do yoga because I can't balance. And I tell them, you can't balance because you don't do yoga. So we're gonna practice our balance, and I'm gonna teach you, we're really gonna get into it today. So we're gonna do a traditional yoga class. We'll start in integration, move through sun A's, sun B's, body of work, and then we're gonna spend quite a bit of time on the balance portion of class today. Typically the balance portion would be just about 5 minutes of an hour-long class. But today we'll kind of really get into it, and I'll teach you how to like align your spine and stand up tall, and we'll talk about something called a Dristi, which is a focal point, and I'll get more into it later. But then we'll finish our class by just beginning to kind of ground down and do some more of these postures that we call finishing postures. We'll talk more in the next class about why we do those finishing postures and what that means for your class and kind of why it's structured the way that it is. So I don't want to get too far ahead. We've got lots to cover. Let's dive right in, guys. Today, we're not going to start in a child's pose. We've been traditionally starting there, and most classes will start in a child's pose or maybe a Savasana, lying on your back or your stomach. But we're going to start in something called a Ragdoll forward fold today. I'm going to introduce you to this pose. It's new. Your feet come to the outer edges of the mat, and the toes are turned out, kind of like a ballerina would be, like a little outer spiral of your legs. And you're going to bend your knees, hinge forward from the hips, and let your chest rest between your thighs. Let yourself just kind of hang heavy here. Shoulder, opposite hand to opposite shoulder. I said that wrong. Opposite hand to opposite elbow. And your head kind of rests in between those arms. Now for most of us, we've got a pretty significant knee bend, and we can start to feel like the legs are a little tired. That's normal. There's nothing wrong with you if you're feeling that. But use this time to just kind of rock forward and back to the insides and the outside edges of the feet. Maybe leaning side to side. As you get more comfortable with your yoga practice, you'll really start to recognize that it is your practice. It's uniquely yours. So what feels good in my body today is kind of yawn up, straightening the leg, coming back through center, maybe doing the other side. So I'll always be able to tell the experienced yogis in the room because they're moving in a way that feels good in their body. So I encourage you to do that. Just moving organically. Take one more breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Switch to that Ujjayi breath, bringing the lips together. As you find tabletop position, inhale, cow pose. Round the back, exhale, cat pose. Excuse me. Inhale, cow pose. Round the spine, exhale, cat pose. One more big breath in. Big breath out. All right, come all the way down to your stomachs, guys. Let those hands stay underneath your shoulders, and let the tops of the feet stay flat into the mat. You can even kick the tops of the feet a few times, just feeling that, and then press into the hands. Roll roll the shoulders up, back, and down as you lift the heart. Look above the eyebrows, breathe in. Low cobra. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Do it again. Come a little higher this time. Inhale. Exhale, forehead to the mat. One more time. This time find your upward dog. So maybe your arms straighten all the way out. Maybe your knees come off the ground. Maybe it looks just like a low cobra. Take an inhale. Come back through tabletop. Exhale. We're going to review all the versions of our vinyasa. So version 1 from tabletop. Inhale. Elbows bend towards the ribs. Scoop the heart forward and up. Cow pose. Inhale. Puppy pose. Exhale. Forearms to the mat. Forehead to the mat. Tail lifted. That's kind of your option 1. Right, let's go to option 2. Come to your palms. Knee down plank position. Take a breath in. Chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale through up dog. Exhale. Passing over the knees to puppy pose or child's pose. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips up and back. Now we'll come to that high plank variation. Knees are off the ground. Take a breath in. Chaturanga. Exhale. Elbows hug the ribs. Press the heels forward as you lift the heart up. Inhale, up dog. Lift the hips up and back, down dog. Let's hold this downward dog. Take a breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Seal those lips. Return to your Ujjayi breath. Press down through the palms. Inhale, lift the tail. Exhale. Sink into that pose. On your next breath in, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look to the front of the mat. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Reach the arms out and up, look up, reach up, breathe in. And then swan dive forward, breathe out. Sun salutation A, lift halfway, breathe in. Take any variation of flowing through your vinyasa. High low plank, exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift the heels, breathe in. Bend the knees, step or jump forward, and breathe it out. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Sweep the arms out and up, look up, reach up, breathe in. Swan dive forward, breathe out all the way. Lift halfway, inhale. Plant your hands, step or jump back, high plank to low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Coming into your sun salutation B, lift the heels, breathe in. Bend the knees, step or jump, front of your mat, breathe it out. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Bend those knees, chair pose, 3 breaths. Checking to see your toes, kind of sit those hips back if you can't. Maybe you lift your 10 toes off the ground. Maybe your hands come to heart center. See what you're looking at. Look out in front. One more breath in and down. Now on your next inhale, lift a little taller with the heart. And then fold forward from the hips. Forward fold, exhale. Lift halfway, breathe in. Plant your hands, step or jump back, and flow through your vinyasa. So knees up or down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now for warrior 1 on the right side, lift the right leg up, breathe in. Right foot to the front of the mat, breathe out. Your left heel pivots and plants towards the center of the mat. Left knee, hip, rotates forward. Inner spiraling. Bending that front knee. Your entire torso open to the front of your space. Arms reach up tall. Take 3 breaths here. One more full breath in. Palms come down to frame the front foot. Step back. High low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg inhales up. Left foot forward, exhale. Right heel dials down. Inner spiraling the back leg. Right hip, knee and hip forward, all the way through the shoulder. So your entire torso is facing the front of your mat. Sweep the arms up, breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more times. Look up, reach up, palms together. Hands lower down. Frame your front foot. Step back. High little plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a big cleansing breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Lift the heels, breathe in. Bend the knees, step or jump, front of your mat. Breathe out. One movement, one breath. Lift the halfway, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Bend the knees, chair pose, one breath in. Fold forward, breath out. Lift halfway, inhale. Plant your hands, step or jump back. High plank to low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg sweeps high, breathe in. Right foot forward, breathe out. Dial that left heel down. Come all the way up with the arms, inhale. Lower those hands, step it back. High to low plank. Flowing through your vinyasa. Chaturanga, inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg sweeps high, breathe in. Left foot forward, breathe out. Warrior one. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, lower those hands, step back. Move through your vinyasa. This time find a child's pose instead of your downward dog. Not because you need to rest, just so that you can notice the change in your body already. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Notice the change in your physical body, maybe an increased heart rate, maybe some sweat. Notice the change in your breath. Notice the change in your thoughts. Come on up to tabletop, breathe in. Downward dog, breathe out. Lift your right leg up high, inhale. Right foot to the front of the mat, exhale. Setting up for crescent lunge, back heel stays lifted. And you know what, actually was that a dragonfly twist today? So another variation from this runner's lunge shape. Plant your left palm and sweep the right arm up high. We call this a dragonfly twist. I want you to notice, dragonfly twist can turn into a revolved crescent lunge because you've got the same feet. You're pretty darn close to a crescent twist. Notice that left hand can come to the outside of the right thigh, creating a crescent twist. So dragonfly twist is another deep variation of a crescent lunge. So let's turn it into a crescent lunge by lifting the chest up, both arms up tall. Notice your feet did not change, right? Take an inhale, look up, reach up. Warrior two. Exhale. 3 breaths here as you look out over your right hand. Your left toes point to the left side of the mat. Right toes point forward. Here we go. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath in. And out. To reverse this warrior, flip the front palm. Left hand on the back of the left thigh. Inhale. Right elbow to the shelf of the right knee. Your whole torso is rotated to the left now. Back heel kicks back. So you've got an inner spiral of the back leg. Left arm reaches long and you gaze out underneath the left arm. Take a breath and lengthen from the fingers to the heel. Exhale, twist that torso, bottom long, reaching up. One more breath in. One more breath out. All right, let's reverse your warrior again. This time straighten the front leg and bring the arms to a T. All right, we're gonna walk your back foot up one step, kick the back heel back. For triangle pose, we just shortened our stance a little bit. We've got that slight outer, I need to widen my stance. Anytime you feel wobbly, widen the stance and just walk my front foot to the right. So we've got an outer spiral of the front leg, an inner spiral of the back leg, the arms at a T, both legs strong. Press down through the feet, squeeze the quads, reach the right arm over the right leg, tuck the right arm down, left arm up. Find your breath. Bring your hands to your hips. Lift the entire torso up. Nice, good job. And from here, turn the right toes forward. Now we're gonna face sideways. You're facing the left side of your mat right now. Yesterday we did a wide leg forward fold. Today, I want you to practice what's called a goddess squat. Turn your heels out, your toes out, excuse me, so your heels are in. Got an outer spiral of both legs, bend the knees. Good, you can kind of rock side to side, finding that spot right in the center, and then flex the arms up. We call these arms cactus arms. Take a few breaths here. Notice that your arms are outer spiraled in the same way that your legs are outer spiraled. You can always scale this up by lifting a heel on the inhale and exhaling, lowering the heel. This also helps you stay focused on your breath. Lift the left heel, lower it down. Lift both heels, lower them down. Good. Stand all the way up, look up, reach up, breathe in, and bring your hands to heart center. All right, we're gonna add one standing posture today. It's called a pyramid pose. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah, okay, so turn all 10 toes to face back to the front of the mat. And like warrior two, pyramid pose is a little bit shorter of a stance. And if you have blocks, this is a really common pose to use blocks for. You put them right next to your front foot, just like that. I'm assuming you probably don't have them, so I'm gonna show you what it looks like without blocks. But what we want is front toes facing forward, back toes, your left foot facing the front left corner of the mat. So we got a little outer spiral of the front leg, a little inner spiral of the back leg. Sweep the arms up, inhale. Palms through heart center, hinge forward from the hip. Exhale. Notice your chest is parallel with the floor now, and you're probably already having that hamstring talk to you a little bit. Place your hands on your legs. Take a little halfway lift. Go any deeper, and then let the chest round forward, let the head drop. So your hands might be resting on your shin, maybe on some blocks, or maybe on the floor. This is one of those poses where people feel like they need permission to bend their knee. Well, you do not need my permission or anyone else's. If it doesn't feel good in your body, if it's a little too much, you can always bring a little micro bend into that front knee, get where you need to get, and then work the leg straight. Traditionally though, we take that leg and keep it straight, just elevating your hands on blocks if needed. Take another breath in and out. All right, now bend your front knee. Take a little halfway lift as we come into runner's lunge shape. So you've been here before. We're gonna take from runner's lunge, flowing through a vinyasa. So step your front foot back, inhale up dog. Inhale high plank. Exhale down dog. Inhale up dog. Exhale down dog. I think I totally said that wrong, didn't I? Let's do it again. Inhale high plank. Chaturanga. Inhale up dog. Exhale down dog. All right, let's do that same series on the other side. I'm gonna turn around, but you're gonna stay facing the front of your mat. Sweep your left leg high, left foot to the front of the mat. So we've got our runner's lunge shape going on. That's the one where the right heel is lifted, the one in the back. We're setting up for crescent lunge, but first we'll take that dragonfly twist, rounding the right palm, sweeping the left arm up. So the whole torso is open to the left side of your space here. Remember from here, we could build revolved crescent, crescent twist. You're right here. So this is really a variation of crescent lunge, I like to think about it. So keeping the feet exactly as they are, let's turn it into a crescent lunge. Both arms will lift up, find your balance, and take 3 breaths. For warrior two, back heel pivots and plants. Arms reach out to a T. So in warrior two, front toes facing forward, back toes facing the side of the mat. So we've got that outer rotation going on in the front leg, so you can see your big toe. Your shoulders are stacked right over the hips, torso open to the right. Take a look out over that left hand and take 3 breaths here. For extended side angle, first we'll reverse your warrior. Flip the front palm, right hand on the back of the right thigh. Sweep the left arm up, inhale. Left elbow to left knee, exhale. Press into the ball of the back foot and bring the heel back, inner spiraling the back leg. Whole torso open to the right side of your mat. Right arm reaches long. Breathe in from the heel to the fingers. Breathe out, lifting that bottom lung. Look under the right arm. 2 more breaths like that. Reverse your warrior again, straighten your front leg. Bring the arms to a T. And for triangle pose, most of us will walk our back foot up a full step. Reintegrate, kicking that heel back. Inner spiraling back leg, Outer spiraling front leg. Both legs strong and straight. Lengthen out over that straight left leg. Left hand to the shin blocker floor. Right palm open. Maybe you're able to take your gaze up to that left right hand, the one up at the top, as you take your breath here. One more full breath in, full breath out. Bring your hands to your hips, lift your torso up, turn the left toe so you end up facing the right side of your mat. Now to come into that goddess squat shape. Bring your toes nice and wide, deep bend in the knees, outer spiral of the legs, outer spiral of the arms, cactus arms. Take a breath in and out. Lift the left heel, inhale. Lower the left heel, exhale. Lift the right heel, inhale. Lower the right heel, exhale. Lift both heels. Exhale. Just for fun, let's try it one more time. Lift both heels, inhale. Stay for the exhale. Stay for the inhale. Lower down, exhale. Good job, guys. Stand up, hands to hips. Turn all 10 toes to the left so you're facing the front of the mat for pyramid pose. We've got a shorter stance for pyramid pose. We're taking up about half of the mat. Both legs are straight. So your left toes are pointing forward. Your back heel is reached back, an inner spiral of the back leg. Sweep the arms up. Inhale, palms find each other. Hinge forward from the hips. Exhale, hands to chin. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. And then walk those hands down to frame your front foot. Your hands are going to rest on the blocks, the floor, or the shed. Let the heart round forward, let the head release, and find your breath. Remember, if you feel any pain at all, you can always invite a micro bend in the knee and then work the leg straight from down here. There's no right or wrong, it's just different ways of taking the shape. Traditionally, we keep the legs straight and we lift up as much as needed to access that on blocks or the shed. Wherever you are, take a halfway lift. Lift the head, lift the heart, breathe in. Bend the front knee, runner's lunge. Breathe out. Step the left foot back to high plank, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale through up dog. And exhale through down dog. Take a breath in and out here. All right. Now we're coming to the balance portion. So lift those heels, breathe in. Bend the knees, step or jump in front of your mat, breathe it out. Lift halfway, inhale. Forward, exhale. Now come all the way up to standing, sweep those arms out and up. Look up, reach up, hands to heart center. All right, guys, for your balance poses, we're gonna talk about something called Dristi. Dristi is a focal point, one tiny little spot, like that big, where you laser your focus in on, and it's something that's not moving. For me, it's typically like a dot that anybody else would barely see. So you want to integrate yourself standing on the mat, facing the front of the mat. Find something on the wall in front of you. Maybe it's a window. You don't want to find something moving though, so don't fix it on like a person or a tree branch can even start moving. So see something that's not moving and just stare at it for a moment. Notice how you can see that point, but then you can also see everything around it. That's called your peripheral vision. That point in yoga we refer to as a Dristi. It's your focal point. So it becomes really important in your balance portion of your class, but it's also really important in the standing postures, the ones that we've already done, the Warrior 1, Warrior 2, Crescent Lunge, Extended Side Angle, Triangle Pose. Your gaze really matters in yoga. So we want to think about building a pose with your physical body, finishing it by taking your gaze to complete the pose, and then using that breath to deepen the pose, okay? So finding that focal point in front of you. Let's also work on aligning the spine in a way that helps you balance. So you're going to ground down through the feet by lifting the 10 toes. You know how we do on the hands when we're doing a downward dog, we fan the fingers out wide and press down? Do the same thing with your feet. So lift those toes, spread them out. Woo, almost go back. Spread them out, good. So the feet are flat, the toes are spread. Now I want you to tuck your kneecaps into your body. What in the world is that, right? I mean, who's ever said that to you before? So as you tuck the kneecaps into the body, you're going to engage the quads. That's how we tuck the kneecaps in. So as you relax, you'll feel the kneecaps kind of relax. And as you squeeze those quad muscles, you're gonna feel the kneecaps kind of come back and down into the body. Feel that? All right. So we've got the feet flat. You might even feel the shins engaging if you lift those 10 toes. Let the toes come down, keeping the quads engaged. Now we've got the pelvis. Most of us have a little bit of a external, like a little tilt down, so our bottom sticks out. I want you to tilt the other way. So take your hands to your hips, thumbs in the back, and push the thumbs down. Lift the hips up in the front. So you're closing the space between the ribs and the hips. Now, of course, we don't want to walk around like this. So we're standing tall. It's just a slight pelvic tilt. Okay, so we've got our quads engaged. That little pelvic tilt is going to engage the glutes. Draw the core in. All right, so the bottom of our body is strong and stable now. So now let's address the top. Roll the shoulders back and down. We've done this before. Palms facing forward. And now, we're going to take the chin and tuck it in. So I want you to take your hand like an L, make an L with your hand, put it on your chin and tuck your chin in. So the base of the skull is going to open up. You might even feel like a little creaky back there. We don't really access that very often. But what it's going to do is take the crown of your head and reach it up tall. So I want you guys to think about the crown of the head reaching as tall as it can possibly be. I'm wondering if my head is cut off in this whole video. I'm hoping not. I'm going to scoot back just a little bit. In case it's been cut off the whole video, it won't be cut off for the rest of the time. There we go. All right, so as we're standing, feet spread, quads engaged, hips tucked under, core engaged, shoulders back and down, chin tucked. This is basically the tallest version of you. And we're going to work on just balancing here for a moment. Close your eyes and find your breath. All right, open your eyes, find that Dristi, that focal point, and we're going to shift all of our weight into the right leg. Notice as you do that you don't want to sink down. You want to stay lifted where you were before, but now you've just got your left toes on the ground, maybe your whole left foot leaves the ground. All right, so I want you to take your left hand to the outside of the left knee, extend the right arm out straight. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bring the left knee out to the left. Still gazing at your Dristi, find your breath here. Notice as you take your gaze to the right, finding a new Dristi, how the balance changes. Return your gaze through center, reintegrating. Bring the knee back through center. Now reach the arms up, hold the knee where it is. We call this stork pose. For airplane pose, I want you to hinge forward from the right hip, extend the left leg out behind you, and the toes will flex down. The arms will come alongside the body, with the palms facing down, like you're holding up two imaginary pillars next to your body here. I want you to lift the heel and lift the chest. Take a breath in and out. With control, come back up to standing, one foot next to the other. Sweep the arms up, inhale. Hands heart center. Exhale, excuse me. All right, let's do the same thing on the other leg. So pressing into the left foot, lift the right knee, right hand to the outside of the right knee, left hand out to the left. See your Dristi. Take a breath in, right knee out to the right. Exhale. On your next exhale, turn your gaze out to the left, noticing how that changes the balance. Let your next exhale, return your gaze to center. Return the right knee to center. Hold the knee where it is. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Hinge forward from the left hip. Right leg extends behind you. Exhale. Your right toes are flexing down. Your chest is lifted. Palms rotated to face down. That's an outer spiral of those arms. Like you're holding up two imaginary pillars. The palms are facing the earth. Take a breath in and out. Stand all the way up. Right foot next to the left. Sweep the arms up. Breathe in. Palms to heart center. Breathe out. How are we doing on time? We are right at 30 minutes. So it is time to take it down to the mat. Sweep the arms up. Breathe in. Great job with that balance, guys. Swan dive forward. Breathe it out. Lift halfway. Inhale. Plant your hands. Step back. And lower down to a kneeling position. We're going to come all the way onto our bottoms. Today I'm going to teach you guys something called deer pose. So I want you to take your right shin parallel to the front of the mat, and your left knee is going to come up near the right foot. It may or may not touch. All your weight's gonna be sitting in that right hip. Your left hip's gonna be off the mat. And I want you to hinge forward over that right knee. You're gonna feel a nice stretch in the outside of the right hip, most likely. If you're super flexible, this may not feel like a whole lot to you. That's okay. This is a gentle variation of a hip opener. You can always bring a block underneath your head. And a hip opener, guys, is just what it sounds like. It's the way to gently open your hips. So we'll stay here for 3 or 4 breaths. One more big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Lift the head, lift the heart. Come all the way back up to seated. All right, guys, take your left shin to the front of the mat. Right knee over to the left heel. And you're gonna put all your weight in that left hip. Lift the chest up and fold forward over that left knee. Let it feel good. Take any blocks, anything else that you need to get that gentle stretch in the outer left hip. One more big breath in, and a big breath out. Lift the head, lift the chest, all the way up, back up to seated. And we're gonna slowly roll down onto our backs. So we're gonna take an inversion pose. Remember, that's bringing your feet higher than your heart. We're gonna take a very fancy one today called dead bug. Your hands and feet are up in the sky. You're just gonna circle your hands and feet. This pose can feel great. As you guys start practicing balance poses more, you might notice some soreness in the feet and the ankles. You've got thousands of tiny little muscles in there that you probably haven't used in a long time, or maybe not ever. So don't be surprised if your feet are sore. Like if you feel kind of like, what in the world? I feel like I was walking around Disney World all day or something. As you begin to practice yoga, these muscles will get a little sore. It's good for you though. Great stabilizing muscles. Take another breath in and out. Draw the knees to the chest. And we'll finish with a spinal twist, letting those knees go to the right. Bringing the arms out to a T, looking over the left hand, big breath in. Big breath out. Bringing the knees back through center, let them fall to the left. Looking out over the right hand, take a big breath in. Big breath out. Come on back through center, gently rocking your knees from side to side. Bring your feet to the outer edges of your mat. Rotate the palms to face up. We're coming into Savasana here. Remember, you can take any variation that you need, maybe placing a block, or a blanket, towel roll, or pillow under the knees, maybe under the neck. But as you begin to settle in, let the feet sway out to either side, let the legs soften. Let the glutes begin to rest, the core, the fingers, hands, the arms, the shoulders, neck. Relax your jaw, take the tongue off the roof of the mouth. Unfurrow your brow. Even relax your scalp. Take one more huge breath in. Let a wave of stillness wash over you as you exhale. Savasana. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Do that one more time. This time at the top, hold your breath for 5 seconds. Big inhale. Holding the breath without sealing the back of the throat. 3, 2, 1, exhale. Again, wiggle the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead, take a big body stretch. And then rock onto your side. Finding fetal position, knees curled up to your chest, head resting on your bottom arm. Noticing how you feel here. Maybe taking this moment to find some gratitude for your strengthening body, your sound mind, and the breath that seamlessly connects the body and the mind. Come on up to a seated position and we'll close our class with the word that means the light in me sees and honors the identical light in all of you. Palms together, thumbs to heart center. Take a breath in, shine your heart. Let's bow forward as we say, Namaste. Great job today, guys. Next week, we are going to be learning, it's your 3rd week. We're going to be learning about the end of the class a little bit. We'll get a little bit deeper into some of the core work that traditionally happens in yoga classes. We'll learn about why we do that. And then we're just going to take it deeper. We're just going to keep going and going, exposing you to more and more poses so that you are ready and prepared to be able to do any yoga class anywhere. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you next week.